This episode is proudly brought to you by Radius Fabrications for your CNC machining, snorkel and airbox needs. Welcome back to another video, guys. Thanks for joining us. Just before we start, make sure you stick around to the very end where I can tell you exactly what this little thing is. It's an absolute game changer, my honest reviews and where you can get it. Alrighty, enjoy the video. I'll see you again at the end. Morning everyone. We're out here off Stratty. No, back off Stratty. Jesus, look at the whales busting up in the background. Having a good old play. Anyway, today, as I said, we're off Stratty. We've got the big fella.
The Moan Slayer. He's back. Got a new fella on the boat here, Callum Murray. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Good. Good to be out here.
Yeah, bloody oath.
So, we got the usual old glass out conditions predicted, but there's like probably 12 or 13 knots southwesterly now. So our plan today is to stick in close for a little while till this starts to die down. So we're chasing a couple of snapper, a couple of spanos, which I think we may have found on the sounder here already. We're going to move a little bit wider, and then eventually we're going to end up deep dropping. Yep, deep dropping. That's something that I don't do a lot of, because I want to show you this.
Brand new electric reel. Wait, how good's that going to be out in the deep, mate?
Oh yeah.
Remember last time?
Oh.
We were getting smoked by sharks last time, so we got this electric reel, got that from Hot Tackle, and I'll tell you what.
I'm going to show all you deep dropping guys a bit of a game changer in the electric reel department. So stay tuned.
All right. Anyway, first of all, we got a couple of liveys, not many, but this right here, this is fish candy. This is a slimy mackerel. So these and yellowtail are pretty much the usual liveys that we get, but this one here is by far the best. So yeah, anyway, Kel's working a bit of surface for some Spanish. Jay's got a jig on, and I'm just gonna chuck an old dirty bait out and see how we go. Big whale just there. Whoa, there he is. Holy. That was close. It's always daunting going that close to him, eh? Yeah, righto. This feels like tuna, actually. Thought it was going to be a big snapper just then, floating alive here out the back, but I can feel his tail beats kicking on the end of the rod. Took an almighty run at the start. See it? Not 100% sure what this is yet, because it's, like Callum said, it's not really fighting like a tuna, but it's got tail beats like a tuna, so it'd be good to just get a look at it at least. I'm tipping a big old fat mac tuna. Ah, you little shit. That's why you're fighting weird. Told ya, mac tuna about that big. Oh well, that was just to warm up. We're in a little bit of struggle street. It's been a very slow morning. Apart from that mac tuna, we've barely got a bite. So we're going to start nudging out further and further now, but we've got shit conditions.
Still blowing southeast, probably about 13 knots, maybe 15.
So heading out deep is going to be hard, but we're going to brave it, aren't we? Try.
He's giving me shit because all I have to do is press the button on my electric easily.
Lazy.
Oh, all right. Anyway, we were expecting this weather till about lunchtime, so we'll keep persisting. Rightio guys, well, we're out deep now. We're out in 140 metres. The boys have just dropped down some jigs. Haven't really been doing much filming on the way out here or anything. It's proper rough, proper windy, really hard to fish. But I'm just sitting on the wheel while they drop.
Jay's hooked up pretty quickly.
just constant reverse at the moment. You can't even you can't even just drift. So geez, I'm hoping this wind drops soon.
Real crap conditions.
Proper struggling here. Copping greenies over the side when we're driving back up to do another drift, and yeah, it's just too hard to fish at the moment. Too hard to film.
Might not look that bad in the background, but it's crap. Maybe it's time to drop this bad boy down. What do you reckon?
Fish on.
Big ass sinker on. Yeah.
So Callum's got a 250 gram knife jig on, and yeah, struggling. Like I'm constant reverse, and actually got to pick the revs up to even try and keep their lines under the boat. Anyway, hopefully the wind dies out like they say it's going to, and we can start getting into a fish. Here's my new little contraption. I'll give you a little run through on this when this wind drops a bit so the audio's better, but this thing right here, that's a game changer. I'll explain a bit about it shortly. And we have our first fish. Got to be careful with electric reels because they can really rip into the mouths of the pearlies or whatever they are, so don't just crank them real quick. But anyway, oh, there we go, first fish in the boat, little pearly. Best eating fish in the water, and yeah, that thing just worked. So we'll get back down there and see if we can get a couple more of these fellas. Now, you may call this cheating and no fun using an electric reel, but okay, let's get a second, third opinion.
Is this cheating?
Just need beers.
Is this cheating?
I wouldn't call it cheating.
Yeah.
For these conditions, when it's like this, they are a lifesaver. You can whack really big weights on them and get them down, and you can still fish. So before it was just really, really hard. Now we've got a 32 ounce lead on. We're just sitting in reverse a little bit, and hopefully we can pick up fish a drop sort of thing. So they really do help out, and they're heaps of fun.
We haven't been smiling all day, but we're all smiling now.
And we're on again. It's good. A little pearly. It's working a treat, really, that thing. Hopefully we'll get a couple of bigger models once the wind dies off. The boys will start jigging again, but it's good because it's allowing us to still fish in just crap conditions. So anyway, go for another drift.
Joined in on the fishing.
There we go.
Not a big one by any means, but any squire's a good squire. He's really good eating size, that fella. So, Cal got him on the electric ripper. He'll go on the esky, mate. The wind is starting to lose its
consistency of blowing its ass out, so hopefully soon we might have a bit better conditions to fish in and get some good fish on the jigs. So, another one. This one's a bit better. I've already got him about 60 metres up, but yeah, drop down and you see him bite, and when you get the big flutters of bites, you just nail it full speed for about 3 or 4 seconds and it sets the hook. But hoping I haven't dropped him. All right, there's a better pearly. That's what we want. All around that size would be beautiful. All right, Cal's hooked up on the knife jig here. Oh no, the camera curse, man.
it's real.
The camera curse is real. The big fella's on. That's a big wind, mate.
Oh, I'm on too.
That's a good one. That's probably the biggest pearly of the day.
And you felt every bit of it, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Even fish like this with, like, you know, the size sinkers we're using from this depth, hard work. Alrighty, I have a decision to make. The wind's just starting to drop off, but it's 20 past 1 now. It's still not quite nice enough to fish out in 250, 300 metres. So we'll either go in and jig for some snapper and then have an Arvo surface, go at some Spanish and stuff like that, or we go out deep and sound around and hope we come up with something. But I think we're going to head in and chase some snapper because it's just too difficult fishing at the moment out deep. Thought this wind would die off a couple of hours ago, but it hasn't. So yeah, looks nice behind me, but it's still probably about 8 to 10 knots now, and there's a bit of current, so we'll go in, chase some snapper, I reckon.
What do you reckon? You're keen for an Arvo Spanish, aren't you?
Oh yeah,
No?
off the top. Loves his top water fishing and jig fishing, so yeah, I think that's a safer bet. Alrighty, we moved into 80 metres now. We've got a lot of fish on the sounder, really good show, so we're going to have a good crack here for a little while with the jigs, put some baits down, and fingers crossed we can just start getting into a few, because that there is really, really, really good show. Oh, that didn't take long, did it? I'm going to wind mine up so I don't screw you here.
Sure there's not kingies here?
Yeah, boy! I'm getting this out of your way. What are you calling it, mate?
Alright.
Decent fish. Hopefully it's the snapper kind.
250 gram jig.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, well, true. Big, maybe an ambo.
It's like an amberjack or a kingy.
Yeah, it is. Is that 2 kingies?
No way.
Oh, it's an amberjack
amber
and a kingy on the one knife jig. What the hell? Look at this. 2 fish on the one knife jig.
And again.
Yep. The old tax man, eh? It's got sharks, my friend. Hang on, maybe not.
Yeah, I think I got half.
You do, I think you got half a fish now.
1 hour later.
Oh, he's still fighting this thing.
With a sneaky suspicion it's a shark, but we don't know because there's some really big kingies and amberjack around here, so you got to play this out and see if you can get it.
Or else you'll be guessing forever. Come on, mate. Sun's getting low.
2 hours later. That's how far we've drifted since he's been fighting it, which is 796 metres now.
What are you going to do when you see that big grey silhouette come up through the depths? You just woke up again.
Oh, 2 big sharks.
Oh. What? Why didn't they just let it go? Oh, he's ravaged. Look at him. Oh, look. 2 of them, one down further. 2 big dogs.
That was a good AJ.
Look at him. Throw it to him. Throw it out of here. Oh, now you don't want it.
They're munging on it, these sharks. Look, shark's a jig.
She's a bit bent.
Alright, so I have another drop. He's on again on the knife jig.
They don't seem to be liking the slow pitch ones, eh?
Yeah. Nah, I wanted this one. Right here.
Get him.
Hooked something big on here.
Look at this. And just let this thing do the work, I reckon.
It's great for filming because I can film and wind in fish. Bit erratic now. Little stop right there for me.
Back him off. Uh-oh.
Alrighty, we might head off. Sharked again. Look at the chomp out of its head. Look at the shape of its jaw there.
Pains in the arse, eh?
Right, we're in at 60 metres now, and it feels like you're fishing in 20 after today.
How's the conditions, mate?
Bloody magic.
Pretty good now.
This is what we were hoping for earlier, so we could go really deep. That didn't eventuate, so we had to change plans, which is all good. We'll come in here and see if we can have a snappery, Spanishy, bloody GT afternoon or something like that. You never know. Alrighty. Ooh. Hooked a little one here, nothing big, but not tiny. Say around the 45 to 50. Just hanging really tight to the bottom. Yeah, nice little squire. Perfect eating size. Look at those blue dots, eh? They're glowing. Here we go. Another bite? Berserker meathead. Yeah, mate, get into it. Cal reckons even he'd eat that. I said, you can, man. There's heaps of pillies in there. Not much happening. So we're just going to persist with this for the arvo, just hope for the best. Once that sun gets really low, hopefully the fish will come up in the water column and might be able to get something. But we're just dropping some baits at the same time, but it's been a really tough day bite-wise. Just throwing a plastic while Cal's bloody popping for Spanish. If I look unco, it's because this is a oh no, all right. Still, come on, mate, bring him in. Just had a big hit on this. That's got a nice snapper. You fight him, mate.
Done.
There you go. Might be a shark, eh?
All right, little consolation prize, half decent little snapper there. I think that was on slow-mo before. He smashed me. I had Cal's rod. Cal's up popping for Spanish. My rod took off with the pilly floating behind it, and we think it was a shark. But got this fella in. I look, had to wind. Callum's left-handed, so am I actually, but I wind with my right. So yeah, it was a bit unco. But anyway, he's a nice little squire. Well, snapper, ripper. I'd like to take a moment to congratulate this month's Patreon prize winner, Paul Lobween. Paulie, you've won a mint prize supplied by the boys at Sea Addicts Boats, including 80-litre esky, a full saltwater washdown kit, a Humminbird accessory kit, and some die-cut Sea Addicts Boat stickers. If you guys would like to become a Patreon, head over to patreon.com/Outerline Adventures. Thanks so much for the support, and a massive thank you to Sea Addicts Boats. G'day guys, all right, we're back. I'm doing this from home. I hate doing this from home because I've got noises all around. I've got people working, bobcats, cars driving past, kookaburras. But anyway, we'll get through it, we'll make it work. The reason I'm doing it from home is I wanted to try this product before I recommend it to you guys and get accurate figures, talk to some people with their experiences, match up my figures with theirs, and give you guys an accurate opinion of what I think of this. All right, so this here is a battery for an electric fishing reel, alrighty? Now, this is my very old electric fishing reel right here, and that shit itself about 2 years ago. And whilst it did the job, I've been hanging to get one ever since. So after the last trip, when we were just getting sharked and sharked and sharked, and the current was up, and it was just so hard to fish, we were sitting in reverse the whole time, I thought, nah, screw it. I bit the bullet. I contacted the boys down at Hot Tackle, and I bought one. Woo. Nice 80. I got this Tanacom 1200 from Daiwa, all right, and it's an absolute weapon. Contacted the boys. I said, I'll grab one of them. They said, have you seen the new reel batteries? And I was like, reel batteries? And he's like, yeah, the fishing reel batteries for the electric reels. I didn't even know they existed, but now I do. And this thing, honestly, is unbelievable. Alrighty, so here's some figures on it. And it's not just me. I talked to another mate. He's getting the same figures with this. That day that you just seen then, I fished from 8:30 in the morning till 1:30 in the afternoon, so about 5 hours in 140 metres, winding up fish, and I had a 32 ounce lead on because the conditions were horrendous, alrighty. After that 5 hours, I used 1 bar out of this 5, alrighty. I've charged it again since then now, but I used 1 bar out of all those for 5 hours fishing. I also spoke to a mate of mine who's got one, and he said that he gets the same, alrighty? So I'm confident in telling you that you could put in a massive day in whatever depth and you will get minimum a full day out of this battery life, okay? I'd actually say more confidently, but I'd rather just say 1 full day easy. Now, this is your charger, this is your battery, and you still do have a cord that you can hook up to your batteries, okay? This is a cable that runs from your battery to your electric reel. If you were taking your electric reel into your mate's boat, you'd usually have to run this cord to your batteries and out through this hatch. Alrighty, so once you've got this cord in to hook your power up to your electric reel, closing this is a real pain in the butt. That's how far open it stays. You can, I've found, bring it right up and force this side, but still it won't lock. So usually you've got to keep this open, which is a pain in the butt. That's to be able to run your cord to your electric reel. So some boats will be organised if they do spend a lot of time deep dropping, and they'll have the connections either up under here with like an Anderson plug or the special Canon ones. So if you have them, no worries, you can just hook your reel straight into that. But this allows you to take your electric reel and rod in anybody's boat without running any wires and not having to run your motor all day just to keep your start battery charged up. So here's my rod and reel combo. So I've got the Tanacom 1200 and I've got the Penn Ocean Assassin bent butt. So it'll sit nicely in there and it'll hang over the edge of my boat nicely so I can just drop straight down. Now I'll show you exactly how easily and tidily this goes on, all right? You just pull that off, that goes onto that. That screws up, tightens on. All right, you've got two elastic straps right here. What I do is I strap it up onto the underside of the rod there, like that. This bit plugs into the bottom of the reel, and that's it. That's how it sits. So just say you've got a snag or something like that, or you need to fight the fish by hand, straight out. Nothing's in your way, cord's not in your way, nothing. Into there, boom, and it's that easy. It will last you all day, full on fishing, winding up fish from whatever depth. I'm 100% confident of that. All right, so the battery comes in this little neoprene case, all right, it just slides off easy, slides back in, completely waterproof. Mate, it's a no-brainer, seriously. Like, I didn't know these existed till the boys at Hot Tackle told me about them. Honestly, they're unbelievable. My honest review, guys, they will help you in more ways than one. Like I said, if the current's ripping, drop down to 32 ounce lead, bang, take it in your mate's boats, like, they're awesome. All right, guys, so if you want one of these batteries, right, they are exclusive to Hot Tackle. So jump online onto their website, and that's where you can find them. That's where you can purchase them. I deal with Hot Tackle because the boys are unbelievable to deal with. They got Australia's cheapest prices, they're bloody legends, and they know their shit when it comes to fishing. That's my honest review about this battery. To me, it's a game changer. I reckon it will be for you too. Hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Plenty of merch online, guys. If you want to support the channel, jump over to outerline.com.au and go for gold. Cheers, legends. We appreciate the support.